The Bank of New Zealand series has moved to Hamilton for the one-off test between New Zealand and Pakistan. New Zealand keen to build on the one-day success. It's a bright sunny morning as we prepare to enjoy New Zealand's 216th test and just the second test to be played in Hamilton. Good morning. Thanks for joining us on One World of Sport. The big news this morning is that Martin Crowe's hand injury will keep him out of the test in Hamilton. He injured it fielding in the last one-dayer in Auckland. Now, JAVED MIANDAD was batting and played the ball to Crowe at mid-wicket. It looked a regulation stop, but it was pretty awkward and the reaction immediate. And I had a look at his finger after the one-dayer. It looked very painful indeed. And that means that Ken Rutherford will be captain today in this one-off test between New Zealand and Pakistan. So we put the one-dayers behind us and move on to this five-day test. Plenty of talk during the week in Hamilton that the track here may not be of the usual slow and low variety. And if that's so, it's a very important toss to win. Ken Rutherford and JAVED MIANDAD in the middle with Grant Nisbet.
Ken Rutherford, good start. Congratulations. I guess it's a big day for you.
Yeah, it is a big day, surprising. Yeah, a bit premature perhaps, but Martin's finger's obviously not that well.
Now, you said you will field very quickly. Obviously, you're keen to do that.
Yeah, it looks a little bit green, a bit of a tinge in it, a bit of moisture still there, so that's our best chance to win the game, so we'll try and do that today.
OK, Ken, all the best.
Thank you, Desmond.
JAVED MIANDAD, looks like you're batting again. Seems to be the way all the time, doesn't it?
But anyhow, we were going to bet. If I win the toss, I was going to bet.
What do you think of the pitch? It looks just a little green, doesn't it?
It should look all right, but my feeling is maybe after a few days might play at two pace and might take down. I mean, I've seen the practice wicket. Now he's playing different than he played on the first day.
OK, good luck to you.
Thank you.
And as we look at the two teams, Martin Crowe out and Rod Latham comes in. Blair Hartland plays his sixth test match, replacing the injured John Wright. And for Chris Harris and Michael Owens, their first test match is at home. And Willie Watson has been made 12th man. And for Pakistan, Amir Sohail returns to open the batting after missing the last one-day in Auckland. And Aqib back as the third baseman. He's back from suspension. Now, as I said before, the talk around town is that the Hamilton track may not be the usual slow and low pitch. Let's see what the experts say. We've had them cast their eyes over it. John Morrison and Jeff Crowe.
Well, the five-day game's a very different kettle of fish than the one-dayer, isn't it, Jeff?
Well, it certainly is, and obviously the wicket here was suggesting the last couple of days to be slightly green, but it seems to have dried out, John.
Yeah, they got very excited in the media saying it was green and juicy, but if we have a look at it, Jeff, it doesn't quite indicate that, does it?
No, obviously with the heat around, obviously it's brought up the moisture. It's slightly gone now. I think it's a wicket that's actually going to dry out, obviously, as the day goes on and through the game. The important thing is, when is it going to turn? Is it day 1, day 3 or day 5, which poses a problem for the captain?
Exactly. Well, after the mowing and after the heat, and it's very hot overhead, the process might be reasonably quick, and we saw that a couple of years ago against Sri Lanka. So if you were captaining a side, Jeff, what would you do if you won?
Well, I'd have to say if I was captain of the side today, I'd bat first in these situations.
So those are the conditions. Look for early movement and help for the bowlers. Pakistani's openers were Ramiz Raja and Amir Sohail.
So the first ball of the test match. Bit of bounce, bit of pace there, and an interesting decision for Ken Rutherford, winning the toss and decided to bowl first, Bob.
I think there will be a little in this track, and that would be Kenny Rutherford's reasons on bowling first.
That rose on, Amma. Full toss, gets the first runs, and it's down to the unprotected third-man boundary. So Ramiz Raja starts the Pakistan total with a 4 from an over-tossed ball from Murphy Suha. It's in the air, and it's caught the wicket. Suha has the first wicket with a ball bouncing and taking the edge of Ramiz Raja's bat. And so in the second over, the decision to bowl has been well exploited by Murphy Suha. Pakistan are 4 for 1 with Ramiz Raja out for 4.
Yes, we're seeing here, look at that extra bounce and movement into the batsman. He had to play it, and it hit him up there. I think it hit his gloves, but the ball actually moved in after it hit the wicket.
So Ken Rutherford, quite reasonably delighted. He made the catch, he made the decision to bowl first, and Pakistan are 4 for 1. It's in the air. Owens has it. The second wicket's down, with Amir playing a loose shot to a ball from Morrison, straight down the ground. Michael Owens grabbed it. There was never any doubt about it. And Pakistan are in further trouble at 4 for 2.
Yes, we're seeing here, that ball was just up. I don't know where he was trying to hit that ball. Just spooned it out there to mid-off. A very rash shot to be played so early in an innings. But New Zealand would be very happy with that.
So delight for New Zealand, despair for Pakistan. They're 4 for 2 in the third over. And this is the man who's come out to do the job, and look at the experience he's had. He's been around forever. 178 innings, 23 hundreds, a higher score of 280, and an average well up in the 50s. One of the great players of all time, and the DB Draft player profile shows that. JAVED gets off the mark and takes Pakistan to 5. But it's 5 for 2.
Come on.
And there's a big gap down through mid-on there, and JAVED has found that gap, and he'll have time for at least 2, and maybe even contemplate a third. Yes, he is going to run a third as Michael Owens finally gets to the ball. And that was a good shot by JAVED, basically just pushing down the line, but there's not too many players forward of the wicket. High in the air, and there's a chance, and a magnificent catch.
Yes, a pretty bad shot to play on that delivery early on in the innings. The ball shot and lifting, and he goes behind it, hooks it, but hooks it in the air. And Michael Owens, running about 5 yards in front of him, takes a very beautiful catch.
His second catch as Asif Mushtabar departs out for no score, and it's 12 for 3. Lovely looking shot from JAVED. He's got it through. He's got past 2 New Zealand players. And a big chase for Ken Rutherford. He has to give it away. That's a lovely shot by JAVED MIANDAD. Here he comes again. It's down through mid-on for 4 more. Not wasting any time at all. His second boundary in the over. He's back, and he's got this one away down to third man. No one home down there. And that's another boundary. So the boundaries are coming now. And that's a second for Salih Malik. Oh, dear me. Bat onto the pad there. That could have gone anywhere. The 2 fieldsmen hovering close. That's out. Caught behind. He's got him all right. And New Zealand have the 4th wicket.
Yes, that was written on the ball after that previous delivery. When Malik nibbled outside the off stump, here is once again a very good delivery. Just moved a bit from the off stump, and Malik not be able to keep his bat away from it.
Big blow for New Zealand. Salih Malik out for 14. Pakistan 45 for 4.
Off the back foot. He's beaten point. And this will race away for 4. That outfield's remarkably fast out there, Bob.
Hooked down to long leg, and Morrison's got it. That's a magnificent catch. What a blow for New Zealand. With Inzamam, the last of the Pakistan batsmen, hitting down fine, straight to Danny Morrison, but going like a rocket. And Morrison lined it up, got his hands in the right place, held onto it, and Pakistan have lost their 5th wicket. It's 87 for 5.
The rule of hooking is to keep it down. He did not. He hooked it in the air like Asif Mushtabar did earlier on in the innings. And Morrison takes a well-judged catch at long leg boundary.
The new batsman is Wasim Akram, and 87 for 5. JAVED MIANDAD is not out 45.
That's a beautiful shot. Shot of the day. JAVED MIANDAD, 4 runs. That's an outside edge, but that's going to be 50 for JAVED MIANDAD. Running away to the boundary. And it's 4, and it's another Test 50 for JAVED MIANDAD. that's a lovely shot by JAVED MIANDAD. That's to the boundary. No doubt about that one. Full toss. And it's through for 4 more. Blair Harkland couldn't get across, and that wasn't a great delivery from Owens, but JAVED's put it away again.
Adam Perori, the keeper, and Mark Greatbatch, first slip. Well, down the wicket, he thumped this one. It was nearly a catch.
There's Akram down the pitch and over the top. A lovely shot. Look for the umpire. And he's got that fine. And that finely struck shot brings up the 150 for Pakistan. They're in the 49th over, and they started to gain a bit of an advantage. An appeal for a catch at the wicket. Akram is going. He didn't wait for the umpire. Wasim Akram knew that the ball had been nicked, it was caught, and Patel has struck a further blow for Pakistan. Wasim Akram is caught by Greatbatch, bowled by Patel for 27, and it's 158 for 6.
That's beautifully played away by MIANDAD. Bit of width, and a real chase here for Sewer. He's going to lose the race, and that's 4 more. Big wicket for New Zealand just before tea. Pakistan's captain is out for 92.
Well, you said the 100 was in his sights, now it's out of his sights. Sewer bowling an in-swinger again, like the previous delivery, but better length. MIANDAD getting an inside edge, and the castle knocked over. Great wicket for New Zealand, Grant.
Top batting effort by JAVED MIANDAD. He's out for 92. It's 176 for 7.
So we've got Deepak Patel bowling to Waka Yunus. Oh, he flights that one up. It's crashed into the covers and it'll race through for 4. So Waka Yunus is not afraid to go after the bowling when he gets the chance. And there's the 200 for Pakistan.
Yes, with the wicket having a bit of wear and tear as the game progresses, Mushtaq could be a very difficult prospect.
Yeah, certainly. Might be very dangerous indeed. Oh, there's a misunderstanding. He's sent back. He's out. Waka Yunus is out. Well, a terrible misunderstanding for Pakistan. Rashid said, no, I won't go. And Waka just kept coming.
That was a silly run out. Played it on the leg side. I don't think there was a run there. But Waka are very anxious. He's paid the price. Miles out of his crease.
Of course, JAVED MIANDAD's been the highlight of the day from Pakistan's point of view, and Murphy Sewer really has been the pick of the bowler.
Very useful wickets indeed.
All out appeal, Murphy Sewer. Oh, he's got him! LBW!
There's Murphy Sewer once again on the leg stump, hitting it a bit high on the roller. So that's why Steve Dunn waited to make up his mind. Very close decision.
But there we are, he's out, 208 for 9.
Little edge, and that's it. Last wicket has fallen. Greatbatch takes the catch. Morrison has the last wicket.
Danny Morrison getting one up there on the off stump. Nice little nick and straight to Greatbatch at first. Who takes a comfortable low catch. Just seeing Mark Greatbatch keep low there. Watching all the way into the hands. Good catch. That'll give him some confidence when he comes out the bat.
At 12 for 3, Pakistan's innings was in danger of dissolving in tatters, but MIANDAD's 92 steered them through to 216. Best of the rest, wicketkeeper Rashid Latif with 32 not out. As to the New Zealand bowling figures, a test best for Murphy Sewer, 5 for 73. Good performance too for Danny Morrison, 3 for 42, and a wicket to Deepak Patel. So New Zealand had an awkward 15 overs to survive. Mark Greatbatch and Blair Hartland opening for New Zealand against the powerful attack of Wasim Akram and Waka Yunus.
Wasim Akram, the first ball of the New Zealand innings. Oh, that hit him on the helmet. So the ball went into the pitch and Blair Hartland went under it, but it didn't go high enough.
Actually, he took his eyes off the ball there. He kept his eyes on the ball. He could have probably played inside that. Actually, there's some bits and pieces flew off the old helmet, so his ears will certainly be ringing.
Well, he gets his first runs, does Mark Greatbatch, and there's a big appeal for LBW. Brian Aldridge looks. It's not.
Good stuff. Oh, that's in the air. Just dropped short of gully. That was another nasty delivery, and it rose at Mark Greatbatch. It flew off the gloves or the top of the bat. We'll have another look.
There's Bakar at his full pace, lifting delivery, and Greatbatch not able to hold it properly. Here is once again a lifting delivery, Greatbatch behind it, but not able to control the shot. Very lucky not to be caught in the gully.
Yes, just dropping short there.
Short.
Nasty ball, though, wasn't it? Certainly
Yes,
rose.
it's indeed. It's a scorcher.
And Hartland is underway. Has his first run. It's taken 37 minutes.
Actually been common case for them in a way with the new ball. I tend to think they swing the ball with the older ball more.
Another no ball, and he would have been, well, I think they went there on the full, didn't it? Well, if it hadn't been a no ball, he may well have been out. Good-looking shot from Hartland, maybe a little off the edge, but he's got a boundary. Put his foot down and played through the line and gets his first boundary. Remembering that New Zealand have not got Martin Crowe in this game. He has an injured finger. Once again, Greatbatch is beaten.
Beautiful delivery from Waka. Again, leading him outside the off stump. Just missing the stumps and bat. Greatbatch playing him from the crease a little bit here, but all credit to the bowler on those occasions.
There's a run here for Blair Hartland, might even be two. He wants the second, and growing confidence now from the New Zealand opening combination as the over comes to an end. There's one to go. It's 23 without loss. Last ball of the day. It's been a good day for New Zealand. Pakistan 216. And it's a slow ball. And held back. A stifled appeal. The end of a good day for New Zealand. Pakistan 216. And the New Zealand openers stay together and bat out 72 minutes before stumps to be 23 without loss.
It was tough test batting all the way. 23 without loss of 15 overs in 72 minutes. But Greatbatch and Hartland survived till stumps. That was their main job. Look how well Waka Yunus bowled. Just one run off the bat. Wasim Akram, none for 17 off his 7. So it was tough all the way, but JAVED MIANDAD, really the batsman of the day, his 92 saving the day for Pakistan, although they still only reached 216. This is JAVED's wagon wheel, and you can see that he was really pushing for one on the leg side early on in his innings. He got a lot of singles that way, and as he opened up, he knocked several boundaries through the offside. We spoke with JAVED after the match. He had this to say on his performance.
Well, I have a very good memories. Whenever I come to New Zealand, I always got something, and I was pleased and happy, but the way I got out, I think I was looking to get 100 and looking for the big one because team was struggling, and we were looking for at least 270, 280 to get.
Are you aware that you've now moved another step up the order in Test history for the men who've made the most runs in Test cricket? You can see there you're now number 3. You've moved ahead of Viv Richards.
Well, because these records are there to break, to make, and I'm pleased at least I crossed someone. But let's see.
Well, Javed, we have some footage now of the way you were batting today. Can you just tell us about how you found the wicket and the New Zealand bowling attack?
Well, wicket was good because I think just first hour and 1.5 hours was a bit difficult to bat on, but afterwards, you know, ball was coming on the bat and it was playing well.
We know your team can bat so very well, but they haven't fired in New Zealand. Why is that?
Well, because we are struggling. You have seen in the one-day cricket, we haven't did well what we should. Because we were struggling, we went to Australia and obviously wicket were different. Then we came over and straightway we were playing the international matches instead of we could have at least 2 or 1 or 2 3-day games to adjust ourselves in this kind of wickets. And I think everybody is just finding these kind of difficulties.